everybody. Today we are in the Aminus International stand at the World Poultry Congress in Paris. My name is Camila Alfaro. I'm from the editorial staff of the magazine. Here next to me is Dr. Mercedes Vasquez. She is the Senior Director of Strategic Initiative and Account Collaboration from NOS International. She has published more than 40 referred scientific publications and numerous conference proceedings. Dr. Vasquez, welcome and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about our experience. Thank you.
Well, Dr. Vasquez, together with Dr. Shen, wrote the chapter entitled Harnessing Epigenetics to Improve Chick Quality with Trace Mineral Zinc for the NOS book that is called Breeder Management and Nutrition Moving the Industry Forward, that is launched during the Congress here in Paris. This is the reason why we are with her today. Dr. Mercedes, first congratulations for your new publication and the chapter that you already wrote. And my first question is, could you please tell to our audience what they will find in your book chapter?
Yeah, so the book is about breeders, and it covers many aspects of breeders, management, nutrition, welfare, genetics. And our chapter, it really focuses in what is the potential of optimizing the breeder nutrition to improve the performance of the progeny. So we're really focusing in what is the effect on the subsequent progeny. And to do that, we study the biological pathways by which nutrition of the hen can have an impact on the progeny, and most of it is through epigenetics. So we discuss several aspects of the nutrition of the breeder that relates back to the production of the broiler.
Well, Dr. Mercedes, and what are the benefits of the trace minerals in broiler breeders?
Right, so one of the areas that we focus has been on the trace minerals, because what we have found is that trace minerals is one of the nutrients that have a great trace mineral nutrition in the breeders will have an impact in immunity of the chicken, so of the offspring chicken. So then we realize the impact that will have in the health and the performance of that broiler. So that's where we spend most of the time in the chapter describing the mechanisms by which the trace minerals can improve the livability and the immunity of the offspring.
And Dr. Mercedes, do you have any special recommendation for supplementing trace mineral zinc in broiler breeders?
So right now our recommendations are mostly in zinc, copper, and manganese, and we will recommend in this case we use Mintrex or chelated trace mineral. And levels of zinc and manganese will go between 40 to 60 ppms, and copper is around 10 ppms.
And could you explain a little bit how those minerals can improve the offspring's quality?
Right, so what we have found is that when we talk about the offspring quality, the aspect that it will change the most is the health and immunity. And by improving gut development and gut health development, it will improve livability, skeleton development, and immune system.
Dr. Mercedes, what age or breeder phase does NOS recommend to warranty those improvements in chicken quality?
It really happens all across the age of the breeder, the production age of the breeder, but probably what most critical is early on and later on. But you feed this program through the entire life cycle of the animal.
Okay, we also know that zinc supplementation has positive effects during the immune development, right?
Right.
Then could you please explain a little more how epigenetics are helping to have a better immune system through zinc supplementations in broilers?
Right, no, thank you for the question. So what we see is feeding, in this case, zinc to the breeder. That zinc will make it transfer into the egg. And while in the egg, in the development of the embryo, the zinc will have an epigenetic effect, which what it does is upregulates or downregulates certain genes. And the genes that is actually upregulating and downregulating have an effect in immunity. What it does is actually modulates inflammation, and that has an effect on then in improving the immune system of the chicken, especially in the gut.
We are almost finished this interview, and what else can we find in your book chapter?
So really is to propose that we need to focus on the breeder nutrition to be able to improve the livability and the health of the chicken, especially early on in the early ages of the chicken. And it also covers macro and micro nutrients, energy, protein, vitamins, and minerals, and then it describes the epigenetic mode of action of zinc.
Finally, Dr. Vasquez, what was the most exciting part of reading this chapter and what is coming in the research about this topic?
Right, so the exciting part was to understand the consequences of feeding the breeder in the next generation. And then what we're going now is really applying this knowledge into the field and have practical recommendations of how to improve the livability and the health status of the chicken, especially now with the antibiotic-free environment.
Okay, Dr. Vasquez, thank you so much for being here.
No, my pleasure.
For your time, and thank you to all people that is watching this video.
Thank you.